Oh
So
my.
what's it been like walking around Milan? Any stories there?
One of the funny things was we went to Duomo with Seth, and people would come up to us and ask us. They'd be like, "Hey, Jarvie boys, like, can we grab a picture?" And then Seth is standing right beside us, and they
Do
ask
you want me
us
to
for a
take
picture,
this?
and he's standing right behind us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
All right, welcome to Never Offside. It is our Olympic episode. It's a little all over the place because our schedules were all over the place, but we had a lot of fun with this. So we have Seth Jarvis's besties, the good old Canadian boys, who are, they've just taken the internet by storm during this Olympics. And then we have Nicole Lodge. She is Jesper Bratt's fiance. And she gives us a behind the scenes of all things family at the Olympics. It's a really fun episode. So
It's a fun episode, and Kat had to take one for the team and do the Nicole segment solo because my schedule was all over the place.
well, and the crazy thing too is we were all over time zones trying to get this episode. So the sun has not risen here yet. In California for the good old Canadian boys. It's just how schedules work with the Olympics. Julie and I were texting nonstop trying to just understand the Olympic Games schedules, time zones. Sometimes it was like 3 a.m. my time. Like we were like, how do we
It was
puzzle
wild.
this? Before we get to our guests, let's talk about some stuff that we're obsessed with at the Olympics. First off, Rick Celebrini. We're just obsessed with it. Like, he is just the best dad ever. His facial reactions to everything going on with Mac. Obviously, we're all so proud of Mac right now. And he is just a star, Rick.
Yeah, he is. And hopefully a star that comes on the podcast here after the Olympics is said and done to get a full episode.
I mean, let's manifest that. That would be so cool. But I just love watching him, and he's doing all these like cool interviews and just like his take on, even like Mac, like not knowing if he'd play at all. I don't know if you saw that quote.
Just not even going to play. Yeah, right. He's like the star of the Olympics.
Yeah, so it's just so cool to watch that. So I love that. Second thing obsessed with is Nazgul, the doggo Italiano.
The wolf dog.
The wolf dog. Okay, this was the craziest thing I think I've ever watched IRL, but then the fact that it wasn't fake, because I was sending it to Julie, obviously, after the fact, because Julie does not watch things live unless it's hockey.
Yeah.
And you thought it was fake.
It looked AI. The first video you sent looked AI, and then my algorithm started showing it to me from all different angles, and it's definitely a real dog.
It's a real dog.
And it's wild. I don't know, like, if I was the racer, I would feel like I was being chased by a wolf, and that would be scary.
He did look like a wolf. And
But if you didn't see his collar jingling, you might be like, I'm about to die at my finish line here. It was crazy.
Yeah. He crossed the finish line. It was just so cute, and
get a medal.
he deserves a medal. He's honestly, I would say the good old Canadian boys are mascots of the Olympics, but this doggo Italiano really is giving them a run. So I think he's captured the hearts of everyone. Okay, one more thing that I'm obsessed with, and I think you are obsessed with as well, is the names. The names.
Oh
The
my
guys-
gosh, the
the
name
guys-
pronunciations. It's so
saying
funny.
their names. They're just like Jack Hughes. Jack Hughes. Like, it's just so
Yeah, I'm more obsessed with like the girl on TikTok that impersonates him and like imagines their facial expressions of how they're saying it.
it's so her like
hilarious.
eyes like looking around.
It's so good. My other thing that I'm obsessed with, which is kind of weird, but I'm kind of obsessed with following Lindsey Vohn's recovery situation.
Mhm.
Like, it's so intense, and I'm literally following it like, I don't know. I'm
Is she back? She's back in the
she's
States
back
now?
in the US.
Yeah.
Gosh, would that have just been the coolest success story? And then that first run, she clipped one of the things, and
That
I
that
just have
video
been like
was
so sad because we've all watched her come back, and then now we're gonna like, I don't know, it's like kind of just a mystery. Every time she posts something, I'm like so into it. Like, what's next? And I think she was having another surgery. I'm like, it's like I'm family member because I'm following it that closely.
Yeah, that was devastating.
So that's kind of like another interest. And
On a positive on Team USA, my friend Alana Myers Taylor, winning bobsled gold for the first time. It was the craziest, most inspirational thing ever. She's 41. She's been training for this forever. She's already the most decorated female bobsledder in the world. She's the most decorated Black Winter Olympics athlete. And now she won her gold after like 4 silvers
awesome.
and 2 bronzes. Yeah, like it was the most beautiful thing with her kids to watch her celebrate. And I've known her because I played softball in college with her. So,
and that's like the crazy part is going from a softball player to a Olympic bobsledder like that. And she's 41 years old. Like, I mean, it sounds like cliche and dreamy, but like keep dreaming.
It's the craziest Olympic dream story ever. Yeah. I'm sure she's done a million interviews on this, but she played softball in college at George Washington, where I played with her. And afterwards, you know, she wasn't done. She wanted to keep going. She wanted to, you know,
learn how to bobsled.
Yeah, be a winner. She wanted to represent Team USA, and she trained so hard. And now she's a gold medalist. I mean, how do you not love a story like that? She's just so inspirational.
So amazing.
Shout out, Lana. That was amazing. All of our takes on Olympics aside, the Jarvis boys getting to the Olympics, it is so cool. Everyone's been just so supportive of them, and we've been loving watching them on social media. They're so fun and lovable. They got over there via Air Canada, and now they're just like living life, supporting their bestie. And their bestie is just loving it too, Seth Jarvis. So here's our chat with 2 of the good old Canadian boys, Lucas and Brian, and some of them chime in the background.
The good old Canadian boys, as they like to call you, or I'm calling you the Jarvis boys. So thank you again for joining us all the way from Italy.
Yeah, thanks for having us. I mean, I know there's just 2 of us on camera, but all 6 of us are here in the room with us.
I love it. So we're California, Florida, and Milan, which is crazy. So this is really fun. I love that all 6 of you are here. Also, we're really excited to have you, but our listeners were over the moon.
Stoked. Like, the amount of questions we got for you guys was kind of top tier. So
it was nuts. And so we'll start off. How's it feel to be Canada's newest sweethearts?
Yeah.
I mean, it's hilarious. It's like, obviously you get a little bit of that imposter syndrome. You're like walking into these places and you're surrounded by like childhood idols, and then there's people asking us for pictures, and we're like what did we do? We're just hanging out here. We're normal random dudes from Winnipeg, Manitoba. So no, it's been awesome. It's been a cool experience for all of us. I'm sure we're all super grateful, but it's been really cool.
What's Seth's reaction? Is he just like dying at all of this?
I mean, I feel like he likes to stay behind the scenes. He's definitely getting a good laugh out of it. He's probably getting a little sick of us taking his screen time, but no, I think he's enjoying it just as much as we are.
I was gonna say, you guys are giving him a run on followers at the moment.
It's only making him more lovable too. This whole story is so fun to follow, and I think we got to go back a little bit with you guys. I want to go back to like how you guys all know each other. You've probably said it a million times, but where did this friend group start?
We all grew up playing hockey together, and then we all still live in Winnipeg, and we all live in a similar area. So it started through hockey. A couple of us went to school together, and then it's really just in summertime when everybody's home for summer. That's when we're together pretty much every day, getting up to no good.
And before Olympics, we do have a question that so many people asked. When Seth is playing against Winnipeg, what do you guys do?
I mean, growing up in Winnipeg, you grow up as Winnipeg fans, and there obviously still is the love there for Winnipeg, but I feel like as the time goes on, you feel a little bit more personally connected to Carolina, so you find yourself pulling that way a little bit. But at the end of the day, you're not really upset if either team wins or who loses. Just either way, it's you can celebrate for both.
I think we've been to games where Carolina scored, we've stood up and cheered. The Jets have scored, we stood up and cheered.
Yeah.
All right, so we just want everyone to have a good time, basically, whenever they're playing against each other.
And going off of that, have you guys as a group been to Carolina together?
Yeah, I think we've been like, this is his 5th year in the league, and I think we've gone, or at least like different variations of us have gone every single year.
Okay, so the road to the Olympics. So let's just get there. How did we get there? We saw the Air Canada tweets and all that stuff. So can you just give us the rundown?
Yeah, I think as soon as we found out that Seth got named to the team, we had flights down to Raleigh to go see him, because a lot of us are in school, so it was our reading week, and we had planned to just go hang out with him because he had the time off. But as soon as he got named to the team, we sent out a lot of messages to different brands, Air Canada, probably everybody you can think of, just seeing, I don't know, if somebody could help us, if they had any recommendations, and it took a couple of days for sure. We didn't really hear anything back, and we weren't sure what was going to happen. But then Air Canada reached out to us and went back and forth with them a bit, and they were kind enough where they took care of us, put us under their wing, and they made this all happen. They set us up with pretty much everything we needed, make sure we were well taken care of, and without Air Canada, we definitely would not be down here doing this with you guys.
That is
Okay,
so cool.
that's insane. But what do you mean you reached out to brands? Had you already done this? Like, who'd you work with on this?
No, I was honestly just sitting in my room one night at midnight, and I was like, I want to go so bad. I'm just going to
Shoot your shot.
ChatGPT something and copy and paste it and send it to a bunch of different people.
What?
So
I'm
when
gonna
you
start
guys,
doing that.
when you got a DM back that like they're like, yeah, we're gonna entertain this, how did the rest of you guys react? Was this just like, holy shit?
But yeah, literally. I mean, half of it at the beginning, we were like, we didn't want to get too hopeful because we didn't know if it was actually going to happen. But then, like, Air Canada actually reaching out to us, like sending us a DM, like individually to personal accounts, and we were like, this can't be real. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, why would they be reaching out to us, responding when all these other brands haven't said anything? So it was like, okay, we got this DM from Air Canada, boys. Don't get too excited. We don't know if it's legit. And then obviously it came to fruition and everything happened.
So you guys are all missing school. That was a major question of like, do you guys work? Are you in school? What was going on that you guys could just be like, peace out, I'm going?
I think it's different for all of us. Like me personally, I graduated in December, so I took some time off prior to starting work full time in the summer. But then for all the other guys who are in university, we're all at University of Manitoba, and luckily this week that this lines up on is our reading week, which is like our break in the winter term. So nobody really had to miss any school or anything. Obviously, like right in the exam, these guys had an exam like the day before.
Yeah, two of us had an exam on Friday morning, and we left Saturday morning, and I can say for definitely myself that it was not my best performance.
That's all right.
That's so cool that you were already going to visit Seth anyway, and then it went from going to Raleigh to going to Milan. So that's very, very cool. Okay, question about your Instagram and your branding and all that stuff. Who is running your social, and how did we come up with the group social account?
We kind of just came up with a name together. We were at the Air Canada Lounge before we flew out for our first flight, and we were like, hey, we got to come up with something now and post something while we're here. And then I do like the Instagram stories, but then we have some other people that do our TikTok and our Instagram posts. We're the children that are just allowed to post on the Instagram stories. We have our parents that they're in charge of everything else.
Shout out to Rebecca.
Instagram stories are very different vibes than the actual buttoned up posts, and I love that. It's a great contrast. I really love the fit checks. Those are great. You guys are.
Well, you guys are nailing it. It's really actually just a blast to follow y'all. And it just seems like when you got over there, so who set you up over there? Is Air Canada still taking care of you? Like put you up in a hotel? Where are you staying? Are you getting insights into, are we allowed near the village? We're not allowed near the village. Like what's the deal?
Yeah, Air Canada's still in contact with us, hooking us up with whatever we need, helping us get tickets and stuff like that. So they set us up in this hotel Airbnb thing. I honestly don't know where we even are in Milan. It's 20 minutes away from the rink, but we're not complaining. They could have put us 3 hours away and we would just be happy to be here. So no, it's been really good. And I don't even know if we know where the Olympic Village is, and we don't even want to test our luck by going near there.
Right.
How much space are you giving Seth?
I feel like we're kind of letting him come to us. Like he knows where we are, and we're not really doing too much. So he's always welcome to come and pop by and hang out whenever he wants to get away from the rink.
Who all are you working with, and like how cool is that when like Roots comments as like Canadian guys, you know, like so cool.
Yeah, I know Roots actually, our other buddy reached out to Roots and they sent us some swag. Unfortunately, it didn't get to our place in Winnipeg before we left, so we don't have any of that with us. And then Howie's sent us just some hats to wear. And then Air Canada is the biggest one by far. But then also, I think we're in the works of trying to do something with Lululemon and maybe do a fit check with Lululemon and Emma Maltis.
Wow.
This is inspirational on just like the brands and just like shoot your shot.
Just good old Winnipeg boys doing some fit checks in Milan. No big deal. What is life, right?
Yeah, literally.
Oh,
So
my-
what's it been like walking around Milan? Do you see other athletes? How is it seen, like, you know, like Team Canada in the wild? Like what, any stories there?
I mean, honestly, one of the really funny stories. We were at the Duomo. It's called Duomo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were at Duomo, and like obviously you see athletes, but you don't really recognize all of them unless they're like dripped out in their country's merch. But one of the funny things was we went to Duomo with Seth, and we were all wearing like our Canada jerseys. We were just representing, and people would come up to us and ask us. They'd be like, "Hey, Jarvie boys, like, can we grab a picture?" And then Seth is standing right beside us, and they ask
You want me
us
to
for a
take
picture. Yeah, and then like they're making comments like, "Oh, like Seth played really well yesterday," and he's standing right behind us, and they don't
Oh
even
my
know.
God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh
I think
my
he-
gosh.
And
he
there
tried.
was no realization?
No,
No.
honestly, not at all. Yeah.
Partially, probably because we're wearing Jarvis jerseys, but or one of us is at least. But yeah,
Have you met a lot of his teammates?
Yeah, I think honestly a lot of them we met back at Four Nations when we were down there for Boston. Like after they had won gold, there was kind of a little family and friends thing, and it was pretty cool. Like a lot of them actually wanted to meet us. So
You're like the mascot now.
yeah, so it's been cool. It's like we hung out with Brandon Hagel a decent amount in Boston, so it was cool to kind of like reconnect with him and his brother and his buddies. Yeah, so there's been some familiar faces that we've been able to hang out with.
I got to ask, just out of bias over here in San Jose, have you met Mac, and what are your thoughts there?
we haven't.
haven't.
We're still waiting for Seth to introduce us, but I think he's way better than any of us expected. Like it's insane watching him. Like he's skating with McDavid, and he's keeping up like with the same skill set as him, which is absolutely insane for a guy who's 19 years old and is like second year in the league. It's just crazy.
He's exciting to watch, that's for sure.
We loved your Sid story from the Four Nations and Seth telling that story. It's very funny. Can you kind of go over that real quick?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like Fry said, when we walked down there, it was like a lot of the guys saying, like Seth said, right when we saw Seth, he was like, a lot of the guys want to meet you, and we're like, what do you mean they want to meet us? And he's like, yeah, like they want me to bring you guys down. So we walk down there, and it's like they're shaking our hands, like giving us hugs and stuff like that. And then Sid walks around the corner, and then we definitely kind of cornered him a little bit. Like that's a guy that you're starstruck no matter when you see him. So we definitely got him backed in there and asked a few questions. And then we turn around and we look at Seth, and he's like, oh my God, what's going on right now? But no, Sid was a great sport about it. He took the time to like answer all of our questions, even like take a few photos. So it was really cool.
That's funny. I didn't even think about the fact that you guys met all those guys at Four Nation. So like you're friends with like their friends and their family members. So you guys are probably all just having a time at these games.
Yeah, or even like they have a Canada House here where it's for like friends and family, where lots of them go to watch other events. So even like last night after the game, whether we're watching like, you know, speed skating, short track or whatever, it's lots of camaraderie, and you see other families from different sports, you know, families that you've seen before. So it's cool to catch up with them and watch other Canadian sports all together and cheer them on.
Do you guys have any pregame rituals? And also, we have to ask, like, post-game after the quarterfinal game yesterday, like, were y'all just spent after that? What are
How
you
late
guys
did we
doing
go out?
pregame? And what are you guys doing post-game after that quarterfinal game?
Post game was wild. I mean, I don't think any of us have ever jumped and screamed so loud, and even just like after in the concourse, like singing "Oh Canada," like doing chants and whatnot. It was such a surreal experience and so much fun to be a part of.
I wonder if there's a video that's going to come out like after, was it the winning goal or the tying goal, like one of our buddies, Sloan, jumped into Lucas's arms and he was like carrying
Like,
him, for,
holding him up like a baby.
30 seconds. And it's like everyone just blacked out. You're grabbing onto anybody around you. It was crazy.
Well, I've seen cameras behind you guys in some of these things. Is somebody documenting any of this?
I mean, they always know where we're sitting, so whether they're recording or not, there's probably something that's going to come out. I have no idea. Hopefully.
Okay, we need that.
Yeah.
We need that footage on your Instagram. What's the lucky loony?
That was our one buddy. He brought 6 loonies, so we could all have a loony and we could put it in our pocket. And then as we needed a goal there, and late in the third, we were all we passed it down the line, we rubbed it, and we all gave it a kiss. And then after we scored to tie it up, we did it again there. We passed it down the line, gave it a kiss, and it was lucky.
That is so cute. I love this.
Take us into how chic the Team Canada lounge is, because it looks amazing.
It's so cool. You like walk through, there's this entrance with like these 2 pillars with like red lights shining down on them, and then like a front foyer, and then you walk through and it's like this, it's almost like a locker room hallway type things with like all these famous athletes' names on the side and like little cubbies and stuff like that. So it's like walking through history. And then you go outside and there's this huge courtyard with like a pool, a rink that's like floating on a pool, and like 100 Canada signs all over the place. And then you go into this restaurant, like greenhouse type room where everyone watches games and there's food and there's drinks, and it's like there's TVs all around and there's events playing on every TV. So if anything happens, it absolutely erupts in there. It is so cool.
I don't know if this is allowed, but maybe if you guys can do like behind the scene tour of the Canada House on your Insta or something, because we have so many girlfriends that are there and they're posting like a picture at a time and we're just like, it looks so cool. But like, I think that would be worth, like, nobody's done that yet.
It would be worth story time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Take us behind the scenes, guys. We need more.
All right, well, we want to know a little bit more of your personalities before you go. So we're going to do our quick shootout questions with you guys just to get a little bit more from the good old Canadian boys.
And if somebody else has a better answer, chime in from behind.
Yeah. Okay, so who would be most likely to forget their medal somewhere?
Wags. Noah. He loses his phone everywhere we go, no matter what. We need to put an air tag on him.
Hopefully nothing in Europe yet.
Yeah.
Until we leave.
Who cries during the anthem?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe Sloan.
Yeah, Sloan.
I don't know.
We'll give Sloan a phone.
Who would survive a reality TV show?
I'd go Sloan again.
Sloan,
he's the character of the group. He is.
He's the emotional one, and he would survive.
All the above.
He would give everybody what they want.
This might be the same answer, but who is secretly the diva?
I don't know. Yeah.
Humble. Lucas Humble, the other Lucas.
What has been your most starstruck moment over in Italy?
I know. Okay, so I'll speak on behalf of Sloan here. For him, we got to meet up with like Cassidy Gray. She was the other. She's a Canadian athlete that does skiing. So we got to spend some time with her. We did like a little bit of content, and then even after that, we actually just like hung out and kind of spent the day together. So I know for Sloan, that's been the highlight of his trip for sure.
Did she end up keeping her flight, or did she prolong it?
We changed it for one day to come watch the game yesterday, and then I think she had to get home because she's got some other races coming up. Honestly,
we didn't ask you about that story because that probably could have been all 25 minutes of this podcast. So we're like, that's too. There's too much there. Who packed the worst?
Him. He was in Raleigh before with Seth. So whatever he had brought to Raleigh, that's what he was bringing here.
We're joking because if I hop in a fit check, it'll be like sweater, Seth's closet, pants, Seth's closet. So it would not be very entertaining for everyone.
I was going to say, what's the weather in Raleigh versus Milan that you're rocking?
Well, it's actually, it's usually nice in Raleigh, but when I've been there was some generational snowstorm, so I didn't pack anything for winter. Coming from Winnipeg, I was I'm trying to get away from the cold.
Right.
And then here it's been mid-teens, so I'm all over the place. I got no idea what I gotta wear.
Okay, who is most likely to accidentally get into an international incident?
Oh,
maybe Sloan.
All right, after
Sloan,
this, we gotta meet
Sloan, can you pop in? We want to see you.
You got to meet this guy.
We gotta get Sloan on camera.
Hi, I'm Sloan.
Sloan, I think I got a couple questions asking if you were single.
I am single. I am single.
All
All right, ladies,
Yeah.
ladies of Never Offside, there you go.
That's so funny.
All right, maybe the same answer again. Most likely to flirt in the Olympic Village.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, and then last one. Who would Seth take to a deserted island to help him survive?
Maybe me. I
Big
don't.
Dad.
I'll say myself.
He's the resourceful one.
Do they call you Dad? Is that what he? Did he just
Yeah.
call you Dad? So your nickname's the dad of the group.
Yeah, I feel like I'm usually responsible for the keys of the Airbnb or making sure we get to one place to another, making sure we have an address.
What's next for the good old Canadian boys? When you go back to Winnipeg, what are we going to do social-wise? How are we going to keep this amazing thing going?
One of the big things would be getting back to Raleigh, like all of us out there, hopefully for the playoffs. If the Canes can put together a good run, we'd definitely be there at some point.
I know even like PWHL is coming to Winnipeg to do like a takeover game. So I think that'd be cool if we could maybe go do that and support them. That'd be really cool.
Just keep up the fit checks daily, even in Winnipeg. We want to see it. So,
And last thing, if Seth is listening, what is your message to him in support of him?
Like we've told him, and I think we just want him to know how proud we are because it's been like unbelievable, and it's difficult not to get emotional, especially at games like that when he's like notices us in the crowd after and we're waving at him, and it's like nothing that any of us could have ever dreamed of, and the fact that he's kind of letting us live this vicariously through him has been unbelievable for us, but also on his behalf. I hope we're making the experience a little bit more enjoyable for him. So just obviously, just let him know we love him and that we're really proud of him.
does he wave back?
Always.
He's usually the first to win. So.
I don't know how he finds us. He said we just look like six idiots, but he finds us. He always waves, and we're screaming back at him.
That's probably how he finds us.
Yeah. You're
That's
loud.
awesome. Well, enjoy the rest of your time in Milan. Keep posting. We're following. It's a blast, and ride the wave back to Winnipeg and keep it going because you guys are a fun group to watch.
Yeah,
You
no,
guys
thanks
have
for
the best
taking the
time.
time to have us on. It's been a blast.
Thanks, guys.
And we're back, and the good old Canadian boys did not disappoint.
They've stolen all of our hearts.
Yeah.
They are just as adorable as you think they would be in person. So I love
Honestly.
following them.
I know, and I didn't know if they would just be like perma goofy, or like whatever, but they're
They're
no.
the full package. Like they've got it all. I feel like this is gonna last quite some time. And I said it with them, but like clear your schedules, boys, or graduate early because you guys are gonna be traveling.
I know. Oh my God, I can't wait to see what's next. Honestly, because it seems like they've got a nice team behind them now. So
And maybe what reality show picks Sloan up.
you know what? They could be like a crave reality show. I could see that happening, and they've probably been told that too. I can see they're a little humble right now.
That was so fun. I'm so grateful that they took the time to chat with us. But up next, Kat is going to take it away with Nicole Laud, fiance of Jesper Bratt from Team Sweden. They are going to chat all things behind the scenes, being on the family side of things in Milan, going to games, happenings at their Olympic hotel, and all the sorts.
Here with my guest, she has boots on the ground in Milan. She's a Jersey girl. Her fiance, Jesper Bratt, plays for the Devils, but currently he is playing for Team Sweden at the Olympics. So please welcome Miss Nicole Laud. Welcome, Nicole.
Hi, Kat. Thank you.
It's so good to see you. Last time I saw you, we were in Jersey, and now I'm in California, and you're in Italy at the Olympics. So
Time difference is crazy.
I know. I'm so glad we made this work. 9 hours ahead.
I know, me too.
And this is really fun because you are my behind the scenes Olympic correspondent.
I'll try my best.
All right. So let's start with where you are right now, because there are so many questions that I have, so many people have about where the families are staying and how you guys plan that and just all that entails. So where are you right now and how did we get there?
So, yes, right now I am at I guess it's the NHLPA hotel, which is I think it's like about 10 minutes walking from the Olympic Village. So it's super easy for them to come here and say hi quick when they have a few minutes because we don't get to see them that often. But
Hmm.
it's about a 30-minute walk, I want to say, to the Duomo. And yeah, I mean, it's a great location. There's all restaurants around and it's super close to the center of the city.
Was that the NHLPA that helped you guys out with that? Like, are
Yeah, I guess
okay.
there were two hotel options. I want to say majority of the girls decided to stay at the one closer to the village. So everybody's here. It's awesome. Like every girl you could imagine, anybody you've ever played with is at this hotel. And it's so much fun. You go down in the mornings for breakfast. You go after the game into like we have a huge family room here. So there's a kids play area. It's all food, drinks, and anything you
Nice.
can imagine. And everybody's down there. We're like we were joking. We are like it feels like we're in like a nursing home or something. We're like, oh, like what time are your husbands gonna nap today? What time are you guys going like for your little like snack? We're like, this is so fun.
All Team Sweden girls are there, but are there other teams there? Like,
Yeah, so it's I think the only team that isn't here is Canada. So the US is here, Slovakia, Czech, Sweden. Yeah, so it's pretty much Switzerland's here,
oh
Finland.
my God.
Yeah, so it's
So
everybody
you're
you've ever
just
met. It's awesome. Yeah,
I know
it's
I
all
saw
the
you
girls.
hanging with our girl Kristen Halla, Finland.
Yeah, we just got back from lunch. So
Okay, I love that.
yeah.
Oh my God, that's so fun. Okay, so it's just families there.
Yeah.
Team Sweden. Okay, so Ty's played with a lot of guys on that team,
hmm
and Sweden kind of they show up, they travel. So how many family members are there?
I think everybody's here. I don't think there's one girl. I guess everybody's like extended families also here. So my parents were at this hotel. Jesper's
Oh,
parents were here. So everybody's like here hanging out. It's awesome.
oh my
And
God,
I
so
think pretty
cool.
much everybody has their whole extended family, their parents, their wives' parents. It's so much fun.
I love it.
It's just
Um,
chaos. It's fun.
that
All the kids.
that that's crazy. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
so it just sounds like I don't know. It just sounds like such a time. Like you probably like run into somebody like every second of the day.
Yeah, and like I saw Eric Holla's parents. We caught up, Timo Meyer's parents, caught up with them. It's so nice to see
Oh
really
my God.
everybody hanging out here.
Okay, so Jesper and the rest of the guys are in the Olympic Village.
Yes. Yep.
So first of all, who's his roommate?
His roommate is Philip Broberg. I think they grew up playing together, I want to say.
How's the tiny bed situation?
I think he said that they could reach out and hold hands. It's so close. And I know Caitlin Pedersen, she had him send her a video of it was like 3 iPad lengths is how tiny the bed is. So
Oh my,
it's crazy. I'm like, for these huge guys, the tiniest little beds.
I love it. Has he told you any stories about the village, like the food, like what the hang's like in there?
Yeah, I guess a little. He just said not too much. He's really only there. I guess they're playing so often and practicing so often that he's really just there to like sleep and eat. And he said the food is awful. He's like eating the same thing every day. I'm like, you have to try the tiramisu. Have you seen that on TikTok?
Yes.
Yeah, the tiramisu is like trending. I'm like, you have to go get them. He's like, I can't find any.
You can't see him that often, but like how and where have you seen him? Just at like your hotel?
Yeah, so he'll come stop here for a little, and then we've had a few dinners. I would say I get to see him like for an hour a day, and then he had an off day on Sunday. I think it was Sunday. One
Okay.
of the days he was off the full day, which was nice. So we got to spend that together, and it was my parents last night and his mom's last night here. So we had a family dinner, walked around the city.
Oh, fun.
It's nice, yeah. And now his dad flew in. His mom left. My parents left. His mom left, and his dad's two friends are here now. So it's super fun.
I love
They're a
this,
great
like,
time.
yeah, I was gonna say the
Yeah.
funds arrived.
Yeah.
That's so fun. So you hung out, you had dinner. Have you been able to go to any other events? Have you?
No, I feel like they've just had such like a crazy busy schedule that it's very hard to go to. And I was like looking, and everything was like sold out. I think curling was the only thing. I'm like, I want to go to that, but we didn't have enough time.
From California
hmm
perspective, it seems like it's been going by really, really fast. And you
Yeah,
guys,
yeah. It's flown by. I'm so surprised. I was like, we're gonna be there for 2 weeks almost, and then but it's gone so fast. Like we've been here for I yeah, 10 days now. So I'm just running out of clothes, but that's okay.
Okay, so families behind the scenes game day. Take us behind the scenes of how that works, how you guys get to the game, just all that entails.
Yeah, so there's a bus that both teams will, it leaves right from our hotel, but both teams will hop on. So whatever, I guess, NHL players and their families are here, their families can get on those buses, and they think there's like two per game, and we all get on those and they drive us straight to the arena. And then there's one waiting for us after too, which is, it's so nice.
I can only imagine when I was texting you to like figure out our timing, whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, she's probably on the most like hyped up bus right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like what are the vibes on the bus? Is there songs? Like what's the vibes?
It really depends what time the game is. Like last night was a 9 p.m. game for us in Italy. So we were not on the bus until 1 a.m. So I think everybody was just exhausted.
Oh my God.
So it's a late night. I think we get back here at like 1:30. Everybody's in bed by like 2 a.m.
I know. I saw the back-to-back 9 p.m.s. I was like, oof.
Yeah. I'm like, I have to stay awake. I'm going to go downstairs and get an espresso after this.
Oh my God. Yes.
Just to stay awake.
I love it. Well, okay, so the arena, that was a hot topic, obviously, for months and months leading up to the Olympics, and just everyone was so curious what it would be like. So from your perspective, what's the arena like?
It's actually great. Everything's brand new. Everything's pretty much perfect, I would say. It's super small, though. So I think they said, I'm not sure how many fans it holds, but it's like, it goes around, but then there's one side that has no seating on it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think they said it's just going to be for concerts after this. I'm not 100% sure, so
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, so it's small, but everything's brand new. It's super nice. I would have no idea that it was just built, other than like that it's in pristine condition. You would have no idea that it's brand new or that they had any trouble with the arena.
Well, the small of it all kind of seems nice for how loud it probably gets.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, it's crazy. The Slovakian fans were so loud. It was so much fun. It's like so cool to see everybody from other countries and like their songs that they sing, and everybody's just so excited and happy to be there.
There's nothing better than
It's so
Olympics.
cool, yeah. No.
This is a weird question about the arena that I had, but just because it's so new and because they had to like go so fast, what's the food like? Is it Italian? Is there food?
I don't really know. We have a family room, so
Okay.
we're served Italian food in there. We have like charcuterie and little pizzas and some pasta every night, and it's pretty good. It's not bad. But I saw a burger stand, and they actually looked pretty good. So I don't know though.
Something that I know because I've sat next to you at a billion Jersey games is Jesper always needs to wave at you from the ice. So Can you explain that? And has he done it from the Olympic ice?
He had. Oh, well, okay. I guess he couldn't find me from the Olympic ice. He's like, "What section are you in?" I'm like, "I don't know." So he was like skating all around, like looking, but you could see him like waving. But he hasn't found me yet. So maybe next time, maybe this game.
And can you just the backstory of it?
I don't even know. I think it started with one of his teammates, Damon Severson. He's in Columbus now. He would always wave to Dre, his wife. And then me and her were so close, and I'm like, "Why the heck don't you wave to me?" Like Dre gets a wave. And then I guess he started doing it after that, and then it's been ever since.
I mean, it's so cute.
A little wave.
It's so cute. I would sit next to you in Jersey, and he would find you and do the wave, and I'm like, "Ty, where the
wave?" Yeah. See, that's what I said. That's what I said to Dre. I was like, "What the heck?"
Yeah, it didn't work for me, but I'm glad that happened. So
I know, I'm actually surprised she does, but no, it's so cute.
There's all the different houses, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's the Swedish house, I guess, like Team Sweden house?
I haven't been. I think it's pretty far. It's almost by like the central station, so that's almost like a 30-40 minute drive away.
Oh, okay.
So I haven't been there yet. Yeah, I know his dad was talking about wanting to go, but like everybody's gonna speak Swedish anyway, so I'm like, what am I gonna do there?
I was gonna say, how's your Swedish going?
Probably.
especially being there right now.
Oh my gosh, don't ask. My Duolingo's going great. No.
Another thing about the games, we had a ton of fans write in to ask you, what's the difference between an NHL game, the Four Nations, and the Olympics?
Not much for us, honestly, I would say. It's pretty similar to like a normal game day. The boys do the same thing. They go to morning skate, they take their nap, they go to the rink. And then I think the only difference with like Four Nations and the Olympics is that we're all like living together. So we can all go out and like hang out like so much more often than we can for a normal NHL game. But the experience is pretty much, I guess it feels like more people are paying attention to the Olympics and from everywhere. Like people from the US were watching the Sweden like Slovakia game, and I'm like, that's so crazy that people all over the world are watching this.
Yeah.
It's huge. It's awesome. Seeing everybody from the other countries, I feel like that's like amazing. It's so cool. Like, when are you ever going to experience that again?
I've never been to Milan. Is it like small enough where when you're walking outside of your hotel, like, are you running into like friends and girls and other?
Oh yeah. Yeah. They're you see them in the city all the time. Like, you can't go into the city without seeing at least one person that you know. But I feel like we've all been just like kind of hanging. I guess there's so many different parts of Milan. We've all just kind of been like in the center of the city, like closest to the big cathedral. And like all around there's shops and restaurants. And so I think we've all just been kind of hanging out in that one area, it seems like.
Amazing. Billions of questions about the Swedish WAG jackets. You guys are crushing it.
Yeah.
How many are there and who planned them?
So there are, I want to say 3 official ones. Melinda Carlson and I think Emily Raquel helped a lot. And those 2 were done by Lauren McDavid with Sports Club Atelier. And then there is another one that Sana Hedman, she organized with Genius Jackets.
Okay.
So there's 1 leather one and then the 2 from Lauren. A bunch of girls have made their own.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of that
too.
on
Yeah,
socials.
yeah, which is cool too. Yeah.
How do you decide which one to wear to which games?
Whatever we feel like.
Okay, good.
I'm like, okay, they won in this one, so I'm gonna wear that one again today. A little superstitious.
Yeah, I was gonna say just little ones, I guess. Is Jesper superstitious?
So he'll eat the same pregame meal every single game, and then he wears the same. He has his game day socks, so he'll wear the same pair of socks. And when I first met him, he was just wearing like the one pair of socks. And I was like, we need to get rid of these. They have holes.
Oh,
so
don't
now
get rid of those.
we've upgraded the socks, and now we've gotten multiple pairs of the same pair of socks. So he doesn't have to wear like the one single pair. So he's okay with that.
You have something big coming up. You are getting married in Italy this summer.
Yes.
So how did we make this kind of like a dual trip, I guess? Are you planning anything?
I think I just didn't want to do it in New Jersey, and I didn't really want to do it in Sweden either. And then we were like, let's make everybody travel. That seems like more fair too.
Yeah.
With the Sweden, the weather's like a little unpredictable, I would say. So I'm like, if it's raining in like Italy, it'll still be warm probably. But if it's raining in Sweden, it's pretty cold. And then I don't want like the typical New Jersey wedding. I'm like, I've been to 1,000 at like the same venue. So I'm like, I don't want to do that. We landed on Italy. I think we didn't specifically want Italy. We were just looking at anywhere like in Europe, like France, Italy, Spain, Portugal even. And then we just landed on this one venue that could host all of our guests and have everybody stay together, which was like our number one thing that we wanted, was everybody to stay at the venue with us. So we landed there. We're super happy with the place. Yeah.
So have you been getting anything done during this trip to Italy? No?
Oh my God, I hope my wedding planner doesn't watch this. I'm like, I've just been ignoring her emails.
No. I mean, you're busy.
Yeah. She's like, oh, so like we need to get the invitations done. I'm like, I'll get on it. I'm too type B. It's an issue.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I need to like buckle down now and like get these invitations down and answer her email.
I just figured maybe you because you were in Italy, maybe you were like, getting a dress fitting in out there or something. Or like,
yeah.
No.
Well, luckily I got the dress in New York.
Okay.
And then I was actually going to try to do a hair trial while I was here. But the girl I wanted to do, she was booked for all of February, so couldn't do it now.
Have you been able to go anywhere else other than Milan? Just you and the girls or anything yet?
No, I'm so disappointed. Apparently a few girls went to, I heard they went to Venice. I don't know. I'm not sure who, but I heard like a rumor that a bunch of girls took the train. I think it was only like 2.5 hours to Venice. And I'm like, that would have been so nice. And one girl, she took the train up to Switzerland to see family members and stuff. And I'm like, oh, like that's amazing. I'm like,
Yeah.
we should have planned a little day trip, but it's like the schedule's so unpredictable. You really have no idea like when the guys are going to be off.
I'm going to end with some quick hitters for you. What did you watch on the flight over?
I think I honestly just slept.
Oh, good.
I don't think I put anything on.
Wow.
Yeah, no.
That's
like
great.
that's very weird. I usually will watch something, but I think okay, so the flight over here was great because it was all of the girls. So I think we were just kind of like chit-chatting a lot. It was four of us in the back of the plane, like the last 4 rows, and we all had our own row. So we were all just like hanging out, having a great time.
Okay, best meal you've had so far in Italy.
Honestly, today we went to, this is so bad, we went to Polo Bar, Ralph's bar,
Yeah.
and we had a burger. And I'm like, that was so good. We were all just like, we've had pasta and pizza every single day, and we need like a burger and fries. But no, San Ambrose, they have them in like New York too. So we go there pretty often. So we stopped here with I guess the night his dad got here. So we all went there. And their pasta is incredible. So that was a good one.
Okay, have you had any starstruck run-ins?
No.
No Snoop Dogg? No nothing?
No Snoop Dogg. I've been looking for him. I can't find him.
I can only imagine if the Jonas Brothers were in
I would
Milan.
die.
That was 2 years ago, by the way, the MetLife outdoor game. I got a
You
notification
guys were
today
like,
about it.
Nicole, go talk to the Jonas Brothers. And I was like, hi. And they were like asking questions, and I just said nothing because I was like too nervous. I'm like,
It was so good. It was the cutest starstruck moment I've
starstruck.
ever seen. I've never seen anyone be so bashful around anyone. It was you around the
know.
Jonas Brothers.
Jonas Brothers. No, I don't know what's wrong with me. I've loved them since I was like 10. So still do. I went to all of their concerts like this summer and in the fall. Yeah.
It was lovely being part of that dream for you.
Yeah. Number one fan.
What's the coolest thing you've done outside of hockey so far?
Oh my God. Like, I'm like, all we do is go shopping. Like, we haven't done any like touristy things or anything. So it's really just like hanging out with the girls. Like,
Just
that's really
good food, good shopping,
good food, good
good
wine,
hangs.
good shopping, hanging
yeah.
out with the girls. Like,
Fun.
I feel like that's the most fun part is just being with everybody.
How many fans have stopped you in your WAG jackets?
Oh, a bunch. And they love them. Yeah.
Do you think they stop you because they know it's like a brigade of the wives, or because your jackets are so cool, or a mix?
I don't know. I think it might be a mix, but everybody seems to love them. They think they're so cool. I'm like,
Yeah,
I
they're
love them
beautiful.
too.
I kind of wish do you have one by you? Can you give us like a little?
I do. I can go grab them. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to show.
I
A lot of
actually
fans wanted to see a detail, like just up close.
Okay. I have both.
Oh my God, those are so
Sure.
cool.
Yeah, so this
Oh
one,
my God.
I only got 2 of the 3. So this one is the Sports
Oh,
Club
wow.
Atelier one. So it has the
What ma-
number.
What material
It's like
is that?
Puffer. I don't know. Good question.
Oh my God, that's
like
so
a
cool.
Not really. Yeah, has a number to Sweden over there.
Wow.
And then the back is, it's so cool. It's so good.
I mean, I would just wear that like
I'm
on a
obsessed.
normal day,
Yeah.
like in New York City.
Yeah, right? And then
That's-
this is the second one.
Oh, sick.
And then, yeah, it has like the Milano Cortina.
Wow.
Then it says Sverrier. And then
Oh my
the
God.
number on this just has like the number on the arm.
Nice.
And the back
Wow.
is.
These are
Looks like that.
incredible.
And has a number. Yeah, they're so good.
Oh my
And then,
God.
the crowns. Sorry, I'm like so.
No, I love it. Thank you for this.
Yeah,
For this
no, thank
demo.
But
Is
they're
it cold
amazing.
there? Like, do you need like?
Yeah, so it really like it's pretty cold, especially at the night games, and their rink is very cold.
Yeah,
I
okay.
guess
So
because
those
it's a
are
lot smaller and like less people.
so those jackets are not just gorgeous, they're functional.
No, I'm like I need to wear the puffer tonight because I'm freezing.
One more question before I wrap things up and let you go. Just describe you and Jesper's relationship. Just what's your like chemistry?
He is so funny, and I don't think like a lot of people get to see that side of him and how sweet
Mhm.
and kind, and he has the biggest heart. And I think you only really get to see like the hockey side of him, which he never smiles. He scores a goal, like he will never smile, but he's the best.
Well, he smiles when he waves at you from the ice.
He
So
does.
here's to manifesting an Olympic wave. And again, thank you so much for joining us from Italy. Please take in every moment, have the best time. We're all just loving watching this through your eyes. So thanks for taking us behind the scenes, Nicole.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
She's so great. I miss her in Jersey. We became friends while our guys were playing in Jersey together. And she's just so sweet. She's from Jersey. And I don't know. I love talking to her. So it was just so easy to chat with her on this. And I love that you'll get to know her, Julie, via listening to this episode. And I'm glad that to give a little insight and her and Jesper's world, because Jesper's a little quiet. So it's cool. A lot of the fans were like asking more about just him in general, because he's just a cool, calm, collected, quiet guy. So she was great. Love talking to her. And overall, just really cool being able to do a full-on Olympics episode.
Yeah.
Albeit our schedules.
Yeah, it was a crazy timing, and our breaks did not help. Like, our personal breaks did not help with scheduling, but Kat and Matt, everybody behind the scenes made it happen, and I showed up when I could. So happy to be here.
I mean, we'll see. Maybe next week we'll get to a little better of a schedule, but also I think people coming home from the Olympics is going to also rupture our schedule a little bit.
Bear with us. But
bear with us.
We're going to try to make magic happen.
Yeah, we're manifesting maybe some Olympic magic next week too, maybe stateside. And let us know who you might want to hear from, because we love that insight too. So anyway, our breaks. Tell me real quick, I obviously know a little bit, but your like timeline of break leading into hockey coming back.
Oh gosh, I was on a 4th grade field trip. I went to a concert. Then Jeff and I went to the Florida Keys for a couple days by ourselves. We went fishing one day. You guys, I'm obsessed with
That looked fun.
deep sea fishing. I want to live on a boat and fish and catch my own dinner. We ate it. We took it to a restaurant that night. They cooked it. It was amazing. Then we came back and we loaded up our kids and we drove to Jacksonville, Florida for a hockey tournament, which was fun because Jeff doesn't ever get to go to the kids' hockey tournaments during the season. So it was actually like fun, barring 4 kids in a nasty hotel and things like that. But on the way to Jacksonville, I kind of messed up with like the hotel schedules and whatever, and we had our room. I was like, well, we're just gonna go up like Friday night, and Daytona 500 was happening, so we went to Daytona.
Where'd you get the tickets at last minute?
The guys, they all
know someone.
One of the equipment managers on Florida had a buddy that was racing in the truck series, which was Friday night. So he hooked us up. We got this all we went in the infield and we did it. We did it big. The first time we've ever been to anything NASCAR. It was literally on Jeff's bucket list. And I was like, we're doing it. We're going to NASCAR.
I mean, that's a big first one.
You guys, I am obsessed. Kat, you knew a little bit about NASCAR because I've worked with
I've worked with them.
I'm we're fully enthralled. We're already getting into season 2 of the Netflix NASCAR series thing. I'm ate up with it. It's a whole different world. It's so fascinating.
How crazy is it? You just see it on TV and then you go and you're like, oh. This
well, you have just preconceived notions of it, and a lot of that is happening and what you think of it, but then the sport of it, I think, is what I'm enthralled with, and I'm truly obsessed with it. And want to go kind of like to some different venues. There's
I
a
was
race
gonna
in
say
Michigan.
Sonoma, Napa.
Oh, it's on the list. It's on the list. So, anyways, that was the highlights of our trip, and yeah, now I'm just enjoying Jeff home until he goes back to work. So
Yeah,
it's been great. And then you guys give us the quick rundown because you did it all too.
We started out, so he came back like super late from Colorado. So I think he got back at like 2 a.m. But on the flight, he's like, let's go to LA tomorrow. So it's like,
Okay.
all right. Yeah. To see all of our friends. We miss our friends in LA. So also Stella has not flown yet. So it was like, let's start Stella's, voyage.
Yeah.
His flight voyage.
Let's get her frequent flyer going.
Yeah, let's start her going before she turns 1. So we went to LA for a few days, hung out with all our friends, like introduced Stella to everyone. So stupid. And then flew back, went to Chris Stapleton. My friend is his manager, and it's just so much fun. By the way, Chris Stapleton, if there was a Super Bowl party that had the A-listers, it was
Chris Stapleton.
Chris Stapleton. We barely got in, and I'm good friends with his manager. It was like the Travis Kelce's, like the family room was just, Ty and I were in the corner with like our wines, just like, oh, we're just like,
We're here for the artist.
yeah. And it was cool. I mean, he's insane in person. If you guys have ever seen him in person, it's just his voice is crazy. So that was really fun. A little aggressive going into the next morning, going to Super Bowl.
Yeah, but I feel like that's just you guys. You just keep it rolling.
That is. And so we went to the Super Bowl. Ty did a thing for ESPN in the morning. So we were there from 10 a.m. The game wasn't until 3:30. And we had a bunch of friends there. The Mariners guys were there. We just had a time. The game was whatever, but I ran into
So boring. Oh my gosh, I know it's long said and done, but
it kind of made it nice though, because we got to it was more of sounds weird, but it was more fun to run into friends. I ran into a bunch of friends from home, which was fun.
Yeah.
And the Bad Bunny performance was so much fun. We were all just dancing, and
I
when
wanted
the trees
to be a tree. I wanted to be a tree.
Okay, so I have to address this. I was getting a drink when he was setting up, because the setup takes a while, right? So that's your time to find friends and whatever. So I was getting a drink, seeing friends, blah, blah, blah. Sat in the seats. It was me, Ty, and a few of the Mariners guys. And, we're dancing the performance, all that stuff, whatever. It's kind of your peak drunk,
Yeah. Right.
kind of fun. And then the trees walked off, and we were all freaking out.
Mind
It was...
blown. Yeah.
It was so much fun. It was just a great time, and the trees really. I think I texted you. I was like, the trees just blew my mind.
Yeah. I
After
don't know
such
if
a great
it was
performance.
real life. You need to fact check me on this, but was Diplo a tree? Did
No, I think that was AI.
that was AI. Okay,
Yeah, I
I
think-
really saw that. I was like, was this a thing?
No, because there was a Kike Hernandez one too, and that was a lie
okay.
too.
See?
So there were a lot of those. There were some
AI,
dog
man,
accounts.
You gotta
Yeah.
be careful, because I was like, wait, that's kind of cool. There were all these celebs as trees.
No, it was paid performers,
okay.
but the wedding was real though.
Yeah.
that was cool.
I read about that.
That story.
That's so funny. Jeff
Yeah.
said the same thing at the end when he saw the trees walk off. He's like, people were trees.
It just added so much to his creative. You know what I mean? It was
Yeah.
just everyone was just this there's something everywhere here.
Something everywhere.
And then the next morning we went to Cabo, and then just I think I slept for 8 days. So anyway, this was a very sports heavy episode. From
Sports
NASCAR to Olympics to Super Bowl.
Yeah,
we
you guys
covered a lot.
don't be surprised if we're getting a NASCAR wag on here soon, because I am totally obsessed, and I think we need to tap into that world. So that's going to be on the 2026 docket, if I have a say.
Well, thanks for listening to our sports episode. Do you want to tease some of our Olympians?
Yeah, just so you know, we've already interviewed and chatted with a ton of Olympians and their significant others. So